It's our final match, and it's the final key player matchup of the weekend. Mad Cat and Clayster, two Call of Duty veterans. Look at the numbers that these two have put up throughout the weekend. Clayster is top 3 in every single category, from hardpoint to search and destroy to uplink. The guy's been playing out of his mind. Mad Cat needs to go huge here, though, if Splyce want to have the opportunity to take that top spot in the yellow group. This has been your G Fuel key player matchup.
Splyce must 3-0, but I'll tell you what, buddy, if you remember back to stage 1, week 1, they were on the opposite end of this. Remember, Envy had to 3-0 Splyce to get the #1 seed. Now Splyce has got to do the same to United.
Splyce has their hands full in this matchup. All eyes will be on them. We know these are our top 2 teams of the weekend. Can they make the what seems like impossible happen? I'm not sure if they can do it, but either way, this should be a fantastic matchup.
Splyce, ton of work to do. Let's hear the comms.
Top food, yeah.
Go try.
Top food, man. One shot, one more. Top food, one shot. Oh, he's on hill. Yeah, go next. Let's go next.
I'm moving video.
I'm gonna come next.
Left street. Very back, man.
There's two, top bridge, low bridge. I'm low bridge dead. High in the hill.
Can't see it, then back. I'm back.
He's coming down side stairs, At least one shot got.
Side stairs.
One's there side stairs. There's side stairs dead. One more in the right street. Hold front. Christine's at lemon. He's crossed lemon already. I suppose top mid. Left dead. They're gonna hit mid on me.
One more in the middle.
Should be cool. Mid, one shot got.
Let's get one more.
I'll get this go and I'll get him. Oh my god! One. I'll give you.
I'm playing back.
He's gonna run back. He's gonna send a scarab out front. I'm sending a scarab.
I got you mid. Clay weak. MV4, two there at least.
One's front. They're jam at front.
Two already around the back.
Yeah, he's got me two there. Two. One shot. Aye, team good. Let's go.
Stay alive, Jed. Back on me.
Nice shot. Big kill. Come field. They spawn lemon. Let's go.
Are we hitting front?
There's one in the middle of it. Let's go. Try slide in. Just slide. Go.
Archie's down at the back.
One. Mid of it. Nice. Let's go there as well.
Hay Bills.
I'm slide now.
I'm coming mid. I'm in Clay. Hit once. Really weak. One top mid.
One shot mid. Two mid.
They're all coming on the pass. They're challenging.
Yeah, challenging man. I got more. Nice, weak. Hold. Nice shit. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Hold. Archie's weak.
Play aside.
Archie's gonna be top mid. He's gonna be on you, Ben. Come on, bowling on the pass.
Hit one shot.
Left here. I'm coming. Take the stairs. Weak. One shot.
Dead. Push start.
Nice, I got time.
I'll kill it. Dead.
I'm charging.
Left, right side. Jump to left. One shot. Just kill it. Turn around. Two there.
Stay down. Nice, good shit, though.
I'm the weak.
Okay, fly.
They're jammed.
One's weak left side. Top mid right now.
Nice, mid. Nice try.
One mid, Clay, one shot there, side mid.
Nice try. One shot. Last guy challenge me. He's run back, right side.
I got mid.
Top, come in, dead. One more. I got two. Nice, one more flying.
15 seconds.
One shot left. Make sure those for now.
Maybe one.
Turn around. You hit mid then.
We can hold.
What's the next?
Nice.
No. Clay.
I'll get you bowling door.
Clay's fill over, Pristine. Looking for Clay. Go on the pass.
Can't see where Clay is. I'm getting bowling.
Yeah.
Just peek it, Jed.
Sticky steps.
Let's get the bowling.
He's blue on me. Blue. He's gonna fly high.
I got you.
Two blue.
I'm watching
down. High, dead. One more. Clay's one shot blue. He's on top.
One or not?
Come around the back. Two. Spawn blue.
He's weak. Sitting down. 3.
I got one. Let's go. Get time.
The spawn close bowling.
Let me know when I fly over.
Blue.
Comms on point. They've got the lead, and Zero doing what Zero does, locking down baseball.
There are a few players that are better than holding this back position. The man's now on a 7 streak because of it. He's got to play his life, though. Just 25 points off that Trinity rocket. He's probably the leading reason why Splyce are now up by 30 seconds. There it is. One more kill for the bombardment. Either way, the damage has been done. 2 streaks now earned.
The lead continues to grow now for Splyce. Again, if you're just joining us, they must 3-0 E United in this series to take the #1 spot for the yellow group. We've only got one more week of action after that. Playoff time, baby, and then champs right around the corner.
Oh, there's so much to be excited for. Competitive Call of Duty. 94-64, currently the lead for Splyce. Mad Cat, we talked about him in our key player matchup prior to the series. He's been having a fantastic weekend. So is this man, Clayster. For me, the MVP so far of the yellow group, if E United can take that first place spot.
Tell me, with Clays, are you a little bit surprised just how dominant he's been? Like, we know how good he is, but the numbers are insane.
I think anyone would say they're a little bit surprised that, you know, he's played this well. I think everyone thought he was going to improve, and E United as a whole, I think both teams, FaZe and United, have gotten better because of it. I think the big thing, and even from just talking to Clay backstage prior to this match, he says, Jack, it's unbelievable. They just let me play the way I want to. I'll say, can I bring out a sniper to break off this uplink? Sure. Can I run an ERAD here? They say sure. They just let him play what he thinks he's going to be good with in that scenario, and so far it's worked, so why not keep it going?
It absolutely has. E United has looked so deadly, as now they're trying to crack into Barn and maybe take over the lead, but 2 kills, 3 kills go in the way of Splyce. The push for now thwarted.
Think of this. You've got Arcitys at double negative, Pristini, you know, 1 death away from double negative. If these guys can turn it up and play the way they have the rest of this weekend, I think United will begin to smoke Splyce on this map. It's only a matter of time before 2 of these, you know, new players that have broken out in the Infinite Warfare season begin to really find their groove on this map.
Looking at Silly now inside of Barn. He's found 1 kill, going to call on the Scarab. We saw Bance doing this in a similar situation the first time through, and not a whole lot came from it. They were wiped pretty much directly after. FTL right on top of him. It ends up being a team kill, but unfortunately for E United, the rest of the kills go to Splyce.
Yeah, nice challenge right there from Pristini to at least get Bance, but either way, it will be Splyce looking to secure the last 8 seconds of this. Because it is throwback, E United can charge back on through. Typically, you'd never see that just for a few seconds, but here, the spawns are so close, the rotations are so quick, you might as well.
To be fair, E United does that on just about every hard point. Now, are they the only team? Yes, but they are known for hitting hard points late in the cycle. Clay tagged up and trying to stay alive mid-map. Now rotating over to bike path, trying to get set up in a power position to soars over, able to get the hip fire to connect onto Mad Cat. And you see on X-Ray, everybody flying in. Clay needs help.
Oh, and Arcitys plays from top terrain. What a play from him to at least get 2. Pristini, though, can't follow it up. I thought they were going to have it. Thankfully, he did weaken the player, so the Scarab could polish off that kill. Clay now 20 and 16, matching that of Silly. This new duo developing is quite fun to watch.
We'll see. When do Arcitys and Pristini start to pick it up a little bit in the slang? Even without that, E United has now captured the lead. 50 points off bombardment. Will be Clay. Can he find an assist? Can he find a kill? Just trying to bide his time. Maybe he'll be able to juggle the hard point as they push in. Dip out, dip back in. There you go. Bombardment in.
Arcitys just started yelling on the main stage. Clay kind of hopped out for a second, jumped back in to get the bombardment. Now a 5 streak from him. This is a streak from 0. We saw him earn these earlier on in this map. Clayster should have some of his own, though, to go for this retake of baseball.
And this is where 0 took control last time. Can he do it behind the streaks of Clay? I mean, that's going to be much more difficult to deal with. They streak it out. It's open. Now's the timing to hit. The window is here. Clayster flies forward, not able to do it. 0 trying to go big again, but he will get cut down by Silly. Couple up for either side, Jack.
Wow, that kill was so key from Arcitys. He shuts down Mad Cat near blue just before 2 of his teammates' respawn timers go away. That then opens up that close spawn. It lets E United surge back into the hard point. If he doesn't get that kill, if it's even a second later, they wind up spawning out. Clayster now yelling, oh my God, the guy's now 24 and 18.
And he's got another streak building back to Clay. Still Trinity Rocket here, reactive to work with as well. Weak on the corner is Bance, and he will be dropped. Streak up to 4. Getting close to finding another Scarab before then trying to double up on this Trinity. Just trying to get eyes mid-map. He knows there's one. Weak finishes him off. He is just a man on a mission right now. Help from Pristini, able to pick up the assist. Yeah, use the Trinity, because you're getting another one, buddy.
The man can do no wrong, it seems, right now in game. Reactive armor still good to go. He'll dodge a streak of 0. They're already getting in position for Barn as well. 179 to 138 the score. Clayster should have a drop on the player just above him here. There's another one. Spots one more in front. Is he going to use the reactive just to do it? Yes, he will. This is, oh, he ran out of ammo. Oh, he still gets the kill as well. That cannot happen. and he just earns 2 more streaks.
Unbelievable. The fight for first may be ended in our first map if E United can continue to hold on. Pristini nearing camo. Arcitys so close to Centurion. Let's see, can E United take it here?
I'll be line. Watch out line, watch out line, watch out line. Watch out line, Justin.
There's 20 on, there's 20 on, there's 20 on.
Nice. Watch out. Nice. Smoke back to another one hill. I'm helping you hill.
I got one more Metcat. He's sitting behind the hay.
He's watch out. Watch underpass. One underpass. All good.
Wait for each other. Yeah, they play green.
Wait for us.
They play green, guys, so careful. Look over there.
I'm middle right now.
They help him over there, Alec?
He's in the back. Two.
I'm top field.
I'm ramming into hill.
One shot zero in the back. No one haystack. Yo, another one back. Back board. He kinetics.
One shot in front of board. He's coming back in. One shot.
He's one shot.
Nice, guys. It's a huge 20 seconds. Let's go. They like to keep flooding it. Kill him.
Oh,
they like to keep flooding it.
I'm looking back. Look front.
The one on me middle, he's going underpass food. Food underpass. He's holding it.
He didn't.
All right.
Gonna be lemon on me. Get ready. That's a tough food.
Yo, I can Trinity this hill as well.
Nice.
On me, unlit. We have camo to break that. Yeah, 2 more on us. I got one. Let's go. In hill. He's in bottom right.
I'll hold her back.
No, he's behind us.
He's left corner. Dread. There's left corner. All good. You're dead.
I'll Trinity back.
Yeah.
All right, watch push through.
I got pushed up. I'm scaring.
All right, listen, we got 2 in hill, 2 in ticket. One's pushing from food. One's in food. One's in top food.
Nice.
I time.
Wait, I don't know where he went.
He's on our side. He's on our hill.
I got one more this side.
Nice. Let's go.
Oh my God.
Go, Clay.
I'm pitching him. I'm gonna pitch him. Yo, he came back. He's hitting middle. One hitting middle. Underpass. One hitting their underpass.
He's dead.
Let's go. We can win off this shit, guys. Let's go.
He's one shot. Matt one shot. Third sidewalk. Matt cat. What's right corner?
FTL.
Kill. They're pushing.
They're all weak.
Dead. Our side. Good job. Another one bottom left.
He's underpass.
Right now.
Underpass.
Huge time.
Yeah, it's a huge time press.
At the fence, one shot. Dead.
Nice, guys.
I have camo.
Nice. You guys go right. I'm blue. I'm blocking blue.
I'm under right now.
I'm blocking blue.
I spawn blue.
I'm blocking blue.
They're pushing on bowling. Big kills.
I'm camoing.
Hey, go for it.
I got him out of the back. We're in the back. One shot. In the back weak. One till. Camo's one shot. Nice. Last guy's camo. Nice. Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Good fucking shit, guys.
Whoa, can I get a water? Oh, I just got real lightheaded right there.
That's what happens when you just scream at the top of your lungs for 10 straight minutes.
That was so good. First seed. Can I get a water? I'm real lightheaded.
I've heard you say that a lot too as well. Either way, congratulations to E United. They will secure the first seed from the yellow group as Splyce will end up second. One thing I have to say, oh boy, are those storylines juicy as FaZe finished first last week, and now E United sit atop their group at first this week.
What more could you want? Will we get the matchup in playoffs? I don't know, but I desperately want it. It's been incredible to see the two teams, how they've reacted after the biggest trade of the year. Like you said, both in first. But the big deal, it's groups. Yes, very important, but the $500,000 on the line in just a couple of weeks is where it will all be decided. Yeah. Storyline setting up to be quite tasty.
It was fun to listen to from even the Splyce. Listen at the start, the energy was there, the communication was there, but when we came back to us, I brought up that the slang was lacking from Arcitys and Pristini at the break of that map. Arcitys then turned it up, played the way he could. Silly and Clay continued to just shred, and Pristini in the hard point just didn't seem to die, and then E United just ran away with that game. With that, Maven, they end up first, Splyce in second. What was your most surprising thing of the weekend now from this entire group? Is there something that just stands out the most?
I'd say it's 2 things. First, how beatable Splyce looked. I did not expect that at all. Okay. I think they were the heavy favorite for most people to come out in first in this group. A second, then, I think it has to be E United and specifically Clayster, just how good he was. I mean, we know he's capable of it, but he's been kind of up and down this year, and I think, he tweeted out, he's like, the people forget who I was, kind of, and I think it was just some part due to gameplay, the inability of FaZe to really get a victory for so long. He put a stamp on that real quickly this weekend, didn't he?
The fire has been lit, man. It is simple as that. Everyone now has their sights on Stage 2 playoffs as well as the CWL Championships at the Amway Center down in Orlando, Florida, August 9th through the 13th. That is going to be an event that will be spoken of for years. I can promise you that. And it will all set the tone for what the future of the CWL is, man. I just get chills thinking of it. I really do. The storylines we have developing are so good. Oh my, and just think next week, in the same building next week playing, we have the team that's trying to contest Splyce as the best team in Europe, Epsilon, who are now here. They're already out here. They're boot camping. They've got a house. I was talking to Josh earlier. Great to see. You have Optic Gaming, the team that I can say looks vulnerable, for the most vulnerable since they formed.
For one of the first times we've seen that team not be a favorite.
Yes.
Going into tournaments.
You have Envious, who just came off their worst placing, who have also been boot camping and preparing for this event. They've been all together for the last week. And then you round out that group with none other than Aches. Aches and his 3 young superstars. You've already heard some incredible compliments paid towards Priesta.
Well, there are people that would say Priesta is up there as one of the best in the game, and I think that came directly from Clayster. He's been that good. If you've watched his stream, if you've watched his performances recently, he's as much a success story as Gunless this year, is just kind of coming up and dominating. So we'll see them next week. We still have to finish out the yellow group. The question for me right now is Splyce can't get first north.
Nope.
Do they fold? And on the other side, can E-United kind of keep up that energy we just saw now that they've sealed the deal?
There's one thing I'm sure of. E-United want to now stomp this in 3-0 fashion. I can promise you that. They know that this is the team. They're facing the team that won stage 1. Well, they want this victory.
I didn't want to jinx it, but I saw Clay in the restroom. We bumped into each other before this match, and he said, if we beat them first map, they're folding. Where this is a 3-0.
Yeah. Well, see if that comes to fruition now as E-United win that first round up the last 2-piece from Silly.
And also, just to highlight real quick, coming into this, E-United was 87% in hardpoint. They win that. Like, how good were they in hardpoint? Like, as good as they were, I was surprised on the opposite side is, I guess, how far Splyce has dropped off in this game mode in Search and Destroy. I'm so happy with how everything has started to play on out with leading up to Champs. This has been the most hype there is around these rosters and situations in Call of Duty in a long time. Certainly is. A nice finish there from Silly as Zero was trying to clutch up a 1v2 for Splyce. 2 quick rounds go to the favor of E-United. Good job just going vertical, getting an angle there to finish a weak player. And they're rolling through them right now.
All smiles for our cities. I tell you, man, this E-United team, they've been earning themselves a lot of new fans. Obviously, Clayster, he's spoken about how he knows how big his brand is in competitive Call of Duty. He comes to a team like this, brings even more exposure to some of these new players around him. These are 4 likable guys you can get behind on E-United. Burns, their general manager, but no, I'm just kidding. There's a lot to be a fan of. If you're looking for a team, you just got into competitive Call of Duty, I think United might be a squad that a lot of people will gravitate towards.
Well, it's awesome having some new faces now consistently at the top that are top teams, that are favorites. When you look at your E-Uniteds, the Luminosity finally showing their dominance. Well, and it's Splyce here. You got to think Splyce is going to rebound. I mean, I know Zero has a little bit off weekend. Seems he may have gotten his own head a little bit, but you fully expect Splyce to come back with a vengeance. Just
think of where we are, and again, as this plays all on out, we will keep up with the action as it's now a 3-on-2. Our city's probably going to be killed off here. Yeah, the trade, though, possibly from Clayster as well as Silly, as they're about to get pushed. Silly does C1. Clayster with the kill. 2v1. He's up close. Clay knows he's one shot. Oh, no, the car just implodes as he stands on it and drops in 1 bullet.
COD Champs round 11.
Yeah, right. The Splyce van there. Shout out to Big T, as everyone remembers. Look, like, what is the timing on that?
Zero's like, okay, yeah. I'll take it.
But no, back to what you're saying. It's fun. We were talking about this in the green room earlier. There's so many players that, like, new Call of Duty fans and new Call of Duty fans have started to get behind. There's a man on your screen. Bance is one of them from the European region. Zero, another one who's really started to grow a fan base for himself. Scraps and Wuskin from Fnatic. You also bring up, our cities in Pristini. It's just so cool to see.
As players transition
Octane,
out, start to fall off.
Another one.
The young up-and-comers start to make a name for themselves, and I just feel like, yeah, it happens every year, but it just seems like there is such a large pool of guys that have come in and taken over this year. Clayster not able to win the second one as Bance melts him around the edge.
That would have been the third one.
Let's see what Bance and Mad Cat can now do in a 2 versus 3. Versini's, dear God. He still sees the edge of him. Finally, the assist comes in. Nice shots there at range.
Reasons why E-United got first. Number 427. Pristini can shoot a submachine gun. that accurately from range.
Well, it's been interesting. We've talked about United and how scary the AR duo is of Arcitys and Clay, and how on a map like Frost, you know, maybe they lack like a little bit of an ERAD presence, but at times like Silly and Pristini have been so good with them. It hasn't mattered. And Silly, I mean, he's really impressed me, really from top to bottom. I know we've talked a lot about Clay, but everybody stepped up in a big way from United. I know we're spending more time talking about them, but they did just secure first place, and I guess it just doesn't feel like as bright and shiny of a conversation for Splyce, even though they get top 2, they do their job, they get the playoff.
Yep.
It's just been a bit all over the place, and I think probably disappointing for a lot of their fans.
Absolutely. And of course, you also add in, there was an opportunity for 2 European teams to come out of this group. Only one does for playoffs. All 3 players stacked inside Bike Shop. Actually, the furthest exposed now is 0, as Clayster's just looking for an opening. Silly should spot some things he wants at NV4 for this, but unfortunately the K-bar is the weapon in hand.
Yeah, you got to be almost perfect to get a kill from that range with the K-bar in hand. Now we'll see what Clayster's going to do. He looks to get the bomb planted. He's got Silly still to work with. He is going to get it. Does he get away with his life? Yes, he did get into Market Steps. So now a lot of pressure on Silly here to make a play. Sees one inside a bedroom. Clay still at top of Market Steps. 2 are going to push him. He should be dead any moment here. And now it's going to rely all on Clay to clutch up.
Yep.
I believe 0 already on it.
Which would make a lot of sense. This round is done. Splyce win it. Nice job hopping on that bomb.
Splyce get another round under their belt. And what do you? All right, so we know.
Clayster got his water.
What do you think? There you go. That was such a good finish to that. That listening, my God, that got lightheaded there.
Like, yeah, you just screamed, "That's the first thing! That's the first thing!" And we're yelling call-outs for the last 8 minutes.
That was amazing. What are you playing for right now if you're Splyce, do you think? You know, you're demoralized after dropping the first map. You know you had a tough test here to try and 3-0. Is it just kind of a thing of pride after not having maybe as good a weekend as you expected?
I guess you could say that. They're just playing, I think, because it's a best of 5 and not a best of 1. So they have to play more maps.
That's probably the honest answer, yeah. Jerd now set up on lower street. Mance planting the bomb. Still 4 up for either side.
0 probably wishes he could change his reticle for the 9th time this weekend.
He has had quite a few. I think I saw...
Burns tweeted saying he's changed his reticle 8 times. I don't know if that's an exactly correct number.
I saw several tweets about, like, is he changing it every series? What's going on? That's why I said maybe in his own head a little bit this weekend. Arcitys now 1v3, not able to clutch. Splyce fighting back as it now is 3-3. Solid stuff is it looked early like... I mean, it looked like United was going to roll through this game very quickly.
They do a good job of just getting the bomb down right away at that lower site. They know what they have control of. They know where they can drop the plant. They play for bike control. And from there, it's just easy pickings as the boys of United are just peeking 1 by 1 and get killed off.
Here we head into round 7. United back to offense, hopping through a couple of players to show where their payload meters are at. Clay at 4-4 has to back down as he's tagged down to 40% health. That long-range gunfight. Pristini just getting some map control. Does he check in Hut? He does not.
Bye-bye.
Easy kill for Bans.
Wow, Silly though had an instant trade. 3-on-3 now. Jerd, 0, and Mad Cat up against Silly, Arcitys, and Clayster.
They plant in, they're wrapping all the way back through Hotel. Clayster should be in a gunfight momentarily. He's double hit inside a curb and he will fall. So Mad Cat picks it up. A little bit of help from Jerd, I believe, in that instance as well. Pressure now mounting towards Arcitys, trying to get some cover behind the pillar. That time he could not have worked out better. Another one to challenge, can't win it. One shot is Mad Cat. Both drop, plenty of time for the defuse, 0's on it.
And that earns 0, his reactive armor, and he stays on that streak, just 2 kills off his Trinity rocket, I believe he's rocking there. Splyce now up 4-3, it's their first lead of the game.
Yeah, I do want to talk to Splyce a little bit after this weekend to see, not that any of their game modes were dominant, but just the significant drop in search in particular. You know, we're talking about that weekend, Stage 1 playoffs, they only dropped 1 search. Here, 33% coming into this. It's just been a complete flip of fortune for them on that particular game mode. Just maybe hear what's off with them.
Well, remember, E-United, they practiced S&D prior to this weekend. They didn't stream some nights. They kept everything dark and just went in and tried different things on maps, figured out what worked, what didn't, what their breakoffs were, and it paid off dividends when it comes down to this weekend.
Well, there you see Bance isolated. That's a 2v1 that goes to E United. Zero drops. He was 200, I believe, off the Trinity rocket. Everybody gone, and that was a little bit more reminiscent to the earlier rounds where E United kind of bullied their way across the map.
That was such a good bait and switch inside bike from Pristini. Slides across, baits out some shots, slides back across to the right, picks up the kill with the help of his teammate. Doesn't get much easier than that as they overwhelm Bance inside bike and really push on through off of that.
And that's a fight we see all the time, and like it just seems like, you know, 1 out of 10 times you see the individual there inside a bike actually able to win that. It's not easy, man. It's so easy to bait and switch.
First 2 kills from Clay this round. Watch this. Bye-bye, Mad Cat. Oh. Okay.
A little bit of flinch there as Mad Cat hit some shots.
Oh, Jerd somehow catches Arcides off guard. Apparently didn't see that lower wall run. And because of that, it's Splyce in a 4v3.
I like it, though. Splyce, they don't force the issue once they get the first kill. They back it up. They play their lives. They're going to play the man advantage. Bomb should be gathered in a moment here. There you go. Picked up for E United. And now have to make a play with a man down. As you can see, they are very hesitant to get forward. I didn't see if Pristini, I don't believe he got eyes on anything.
This rotation should be perfect for Splyce. As E United try to surge forward. Yeah, he's dead.
Multiple players peek over. He still gets the bomb plant. Can he get away? Looks like they're both going to get away with their lives, but still, advantage to Splyce. How do they play this defense, or this retake to get the defuse?
Does Clay bring back out the sniper? It doesn't appear so as of yet. They've got to watch a pinch. Beautiful awareness from Silly. 2 players coming in. FTLs from both sides. Nice job to use that to stay alive from Splyce. 3 versus 2. He's about to get flooded. Clayster's got to live here. Pristini's been spotted as well. 18 seconds left. At certain points, Splyce has to get back towards the bomb. I think this has all the signs of a United round win.
This is so sick from Pristini and Clay. Down a man throughout the entire round. And I'll tell you what, as good as Clay was at staying alive, Pristini may have been even better, whether he was using the broken building, using curb, using the truck out back to kind of stay alive. That was excellent.
E United look damn good in a lot of different ways. One of them is just the clutch factor they've had. 5-4 now, Silly in double digits again. Everyone pulling their weight as Splyce have their backs up against the wall.
Well, if they want to see a round 11, it may be behind the reactive armor of Zero.
No tack? You're inside hotel with no tack?
First blood goes to Silly. And we've talked about in various game modes how no tack can really punish you. There. Mad Cat didn't have a chance, and you can see how frustrating that is to deal with when you don't have it on.
Zero now dead, no more reactive armor. Camo popped by Pristini. And Bance reacts and uses his as well, just to get out with his life. Does get in for the tactical. Pristini cleans him up. Jerd in the 1v2.
Jerd could get blessed by the gods. Nope, he turns around, not able to pick one up and get away. But like you said, 1 versus 2, 40 seconds on the clock, and he is gone.
Wow. E United now up 2-0, 1 map away from closing out this weekend with a 5-1 series record.
And if you're Splyce, you haven't won a map today.
They haven't won a map today?
No, because they come in. That's so the Rise 3-0 kicks off the day, right? Oh. They're really struggling, and now you're down 2 here, unless I'm completely misremembering.
No, I think that's
how it kicked off.
Think about that.
The Rise they actually put a lot of pressure on Red Reserve early in the day by getting the 3 over Splyce, and now it's wild to think that we talked about how vulnerable Splyce looked earlier in the weekend, and now, I mean, you're at risk of maybe going 0-6. But for E United, looking for that hot 3-0 to end the yellow group. We'll see if they can complete it after this quick break. United have the first seed, but looking to close this out 3-0. They've looked damn good. Can Splyce somehow manage the battle back, though?
I don't think so. I think this is done now. I think winter is here. And I think it's time for United to celebrate their first place spot. As, Clayster's going 3-0 with the gestures. Sniping an uplink again. This man's got all the confidence in the world right now.
I'll tell you what, a quick 3-0 allows me hours to prep for Game of Thrones tonight.
Yahtzee!
Clayster connecting. Ooh, almost nipping the heel of one more. Pushing with the pistol. Saw his shadow hit the cross, I believe.
Yep.
We'll swap and grab a K-bar.
What is this reticle now?
He is
what are these reticles? Jesus.
Oh. They're showing off everything available.
This one like moves and stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't hit a shot with that.
Yeah.
Or any reticle.
Yeah, you would actually do terribly in this game. 0 with the drone. Has all the signs of it being at least a 1 if he can just get this throw off in time. And he missed it. He missed the 1.
Still here. Not going to clear it out. Looks like they want to run it out of the base, Jack. They're going to push it out through Courtyard. Get Clay in a power position here with that NV4 as his teammate drops. Can't connect onto the final shot. Multiple here. I don't know. 0 1-shot decides to re-peek Clay at top blue with an NV4. You're never going to win that. But he did have a little bit of help. Regardless, United continues to cruise as Clay cuts down 2 in the mid-tunnel.
Can we just watch him the whole game?
Well, he's 200 off of Trinity. He's looking to do more damage. Another one down. Basically an assist there for his teammate. One more kill. Well, maybe just a little errant shot there.
Oh, it just lays down. If I don't see them, they can't see me. 2-0, now the lead for United. Moving forward, as this kind of winds down as Arcitys make sure Vance is dead. Week 4. Looking at that, Maven. What are your predictions already for that one? Can you make one?
Oh. Okay. As much as this group, I think, depended in a lot of ways on what Rise Nation we got, because we know they've been all over the place this year, from a first place finish early in the year to top 20s. I feel the same can be said for Envy, because we haven't seen anything good from Envy recently. As an organization, they got their worst finish all time at Anaheim.
Yep.
What do we get from them? Like, what are they going to show us?
Miss?
Yeah, they're having fun.
Yeah, but I don't know. If that's the question for a lot of people.
If I have to just pick top 2, Optic Epsilon.
If you talk to me back in like the Dallas time, and you give me this group of Optic, Envy, Epsilon, and Cloud9, I say Optic take first without a thought in my mind. You talk to me now.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
That couldn't be further from true. I have no confidence in my ability to select the top 2 next week. Completely transparent. Well, Cloud9 can come out of the gates. You know who Aches is on that team now? Assault, Priesta, and Exotic. Those guys are lords at Infinite Warfare.
And think about, like, is the crazy stat, I guess, for this group would be, again, that there's been 6 winners for major events. Three of them are here. The crazy one for next group is just thinking about, like, Anaheim. You had, what, Cloud9 in 4th, Epsilon in 3rd. And this is recent, obviously. Optic, I know they didn't place well at Anaheim, but certainly a team capable of placing top 4. So just the potential there.
Oh, my God.
Is absurd.
Clayster's 16-4.
Clay has just been putting on a clinic here in Uplink as we'll focus back to the yellow group. This series, I believe, is over. I know it's only a 3-0 lead, but this has to be tough to fight through for Splyce.
It's got to be such a rewarding feeling if you're Aches, knowing that you can literally do what you do best at going like 9-18 in hardpoint and still win every hardpoint next week. Love you, Pat.
That'll probably hold.
He's going to want to go get fondue with us probably on Thursday, right?
Yes, he will.
God, that sounds great. Should we invite JCap?
I love Cap. We got another Hot Mic should be fun next week. I don't know if the people on it have officially been announced, and nor do I know if I'm allowed to say that they are, so I won't.
So we'll move on from that.
But next week is going to be a very fun one. If you haven't watched the show, we have it before each group. It's 6 o'clock on Thursday night. It's myself as the host and hanging out with one player from each team. And, I mean, you can use your imagination. There are a lot of fun personalities throughout that group.
Sell out, ad. No, just kidding. Hot Mic's been great, man. It's continued to improve as time has gone on. Play now slowing down just a little bit, but it's Arcitys who begins to pick up the slack as... Oh, I thought he was going to do it to Bance for a second. doesn't wind up working out. 3-0 still the score. Splyce, you have to put a point on the board so far this game.
3-0 could reflect the series score in 5 minutes as well.
Sheesh.
That's just, I know, it's not that I'm trying to just attack Splyce, but it's insane to me they might go 0-6 on a day. It never even crossed my mind that that was possible.
Watch, like, kind of think of it like this. Would you ever think that that was possible for Optic when they were right there as the best team in the world for them to have an 0-6 day?
No, that's why.
Would you ever think that that would be possible for LG as the best team in the world?
That's why, like, I think I said yesterday on broadcast, it was, I thought it was a very close conversation with Splyce and LG for who the top team was. Just after this weekend, I can firmly just say LG is a one-team conversation. Just because, no, I don't think that could have happened to LG. I don't think there's any way that would have happened to them.
I would love to see a stat side-by-side of 0 from Stage 1 playoffs and 0 from this weekend.
Well,
and see the difference.
But remember, 0 didn't dominate Stage 1 regular season. It was actually their best player. Oh, I know, but I'm just trying to remind people that Bance actually won the MVP for that. I mean, he was the one that was playing in Anaheim, right? So 0's really, really good events have been, like you said, playoffs and then at Anaheim. But a stat-by-stat comparison would, I think, be pretty shocking, yeah.
I mean, when I say it's not like the difference between like 0.2 or 0.3, it would be the difference between like 0.6 or 0.7, I think, in some game modes, which is just wacky.
Yeah, it really is.
That's the difference in like 15 kills a hard point.
Yeah, he'll be back, though. I don't have any concern in that capacity, though. I think it was just an off weekend. Remember another player that comes to mind? Like, think of the difference for somebody like Enable from Stage 1 regular season, Stage 2 regular season. Enable was abysmal in Stage 1. He was fantastic last weekend.
I think he was actually a veteran bot in S&D.
Yeah, he was just nowhere to be found on the map, really, in any game modes. And I know he's really frustrated. I feel like those, I don't know, kind of similar stories for me with those two players, just kind of dominating one, struggling in another.
3-2. Splyce have brought it back within 1. It's Arcitys. Quiet game from him so far at 11-15. His brother also struggling, just like the first hard point. It's Silly and Clayster leading and slaying. If these two can pick it up, you expect them to run away with this map.
We've still, despite the fact that the #1 seed decided the first map, I've still heard Clayster getting very loud. Maybe not the levels of that game 1, but he is still hyped.
Listen,
the energy
if there's a
always
map
there.
to be played on the main stage, Clayster will be hyped. It could be an all-star game. It could be for $17.47. Clayster will be the loudest guy there.
It's wild what he brings to teams.
You heard Arcitys say it in the interview. It's like, we've all stopped doing bad. We're always hyped up. The energy's always there. The tilt has gone way down. He's brought up this team, it seems, in every single facet.
We'll have to see if it continues. And it's just, I mean, we know how streaky some teams have been, you know. You have a good month here or there, and then you struggle for a few. I mean, the good thing for these teams, especially in weeks 3 and 4, like, not a whole lot's going to change in the next couple of weeks, right? Like, everything is just lined up. All the stars aligning.
Yeah.
If you're hot right now, man, you got to be feeling real good about playoffs and champs.
Bance pops his camo very early. I think he's just going to try to go for a 1. All right, let's go ahead and move on to E United as Arcitys now goes ahead and pushes up field.
Is that 3 or 4 1-point misses?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that was either. There you go. Now went where he wanted.
Challenging Top Blue with an E-Red.
Like, Zero's gun is better for that.
Yeah.
And that's why he killed you.
All right, still a 1-point lead for E United. Just under 2 minutes to play. E United looking to close out the 3-0. Clayster, a big part of that, 25-18. Statistically, I mean, we'll have to look at all the numbers, but if you go overall by all game modes, he may have had the best performance for like a regular season thus far. He's got to be close.
Yeah,
has to be.
He's actually matched some of the crazy numbers that we thought wouldn't be matched at all anytime this year.
Is it worth? You know what's kind of funny talking about if you list the 2 top players from Anaheim and the 2 best players from Stage 1, we would all say Zero and Octane. Octane didn't exactly have the best weekend either. I mean, his teammates really stepped it up. He wasn't just like that, not hard carry, but you know, that consistent 1-2 guy, that 1.2 guy he has been.
Oh, Classic was actually their best player that week.
Yeah, so it's just kind of funny. The 2 MVPs recently don't have the best weekend. LG, though, a little bit more support there.
I think Arcitys is trying to get his overdrive. Yep, he's trying to get his overdrive so he can go for the outer baseball push. That's why he keeps doing it. He wants to do it so bad.
Somebody come into my spider's web.
Look, he just keeps resetting his armor. He's going to grab the drone again, drop it back down.
Are they going to come? Like, there's only 45 seconds left.
Now he'll reset it. He wanted this so bad. And he's still alive. Look. Oh my gosh, Arcades.
Drone back to mid-map, though. Can Jerd make a play? He's got Drone in his hand. MadCat trying to look over a mid-map. There is the opportunity for a tie or a game-winning dunk if he can stay alive with Overdrive. He has been dropped. Now pushing it outside towards Silo. Into Barn we go. Multiple blockers in front, trying to tie up this game as it comes down the stretch. The melee's there, the 1 point up, away.
Intercepted.
Off. And that is the story of these two teams.
They still have Overdrive. They still have Overdrive. MadCat's found a window. He could go for a one here at the last moment. The throw. Intercepted. That's why they're your first seed. E-United end the weekend saying bye, bye, bye. Like we're back in the early 2000s. That's a quick victory there with the 3-0.
I don't think those final...
Can we just mute what I just said and never have it air again?
You've been moved to the Bravo stream.
I'm back. I'm home, baby. I'm home again.
I don't think those final 30 seconds could display the two teams' results this weekend. I know, again, Spice is in the top two, but just kind of frustrating weekend. They get 2 1-point shots, and E-United is up in first place. Get back on down.
Christ.
All right, now we'll wrap up the show as you and I are insane. Yeah, it's been fun, though. This is a great weekend. Props to United and Splice for coming through. And, I know we talked about it a lot, but shout out to Clayster for, he's going through a lot of stuff with, personal life with the team and just got a great group around him and comes and gets the result he wanted.
We have our top two, but we do have Matt with who many would say is #1 from the weekend. It's Clayster on the main stage.
Thanks, Jack. And Clay, you were a beast all weekend long. I know a lot of people have been questioning your play, before this event. How good does it feel to put a really good event together?
It's probably the best feeling in the world right now. I'm not going to lie. To come out here and show that I still have it against teams like Splice and Red Reserve and Rise, it just means the world to me that we came out here and showed up.
And then I know, obviously, you go to a team where you have not played with these guys at all before coming in here. What is it like playing with the rest of these guys? What has it been like?
It's a lot of fun, man. We have fun up here on stage. We all gas each other up, like every kill. Like if somebody gets 1 kill and has a chance for a 2-piece, you're like, get that 2-piece, get that 2-piece. All 4 of us constantly screaming at each other. With only 2.5 weeks of practice to come in here and play like this, I'd say we're far exceeding our expectations for the time period we're at.
Well, why did things click so fast? I mean, you guys have looked like you've been teaming forever.
Yeah, I think the reason that we click so well is because, the core trio, they've won an event in this game. They're one of the few teams that has won an event. They're really, really talented players. And also, they're sponges. Like, anything anybody says to them, if I share some knowledge with them, they share some knowledge with me, we all immediately take it into consideration, and then we never make that mistake again, or we always play like that continuing on. So I really think it's just our mindset right now, and then our raw talent. I mean, all 4 of us showed up this weekend. Like, I know I had a good event, but literally all of these guys had a great event this weekend. We all went off. And it's just, I'm really proud of them.
Yeah, and then when playoffs coming up, what do you guys got to work on to, go deep into the playoffs?
We have to work on our throwback S&D as well as our throwback uplink and our frost uplink. Those are like the only 3 maps that I really felt like gave us trouble all weekend. I think with that win right there on throwback uplink, we actually won every single map in the map pool this weekend. And that says something about our team. Like I said, with only 2.5 weeks of practice to come out here and win every single map against the competition level we're playing at, I'm excited for the playoffs.
Yeah, E-United looking very strong going into playoffs. Let's go to Ben and the boys on the desk to break it down for the end of the weekend.
Thank you very much, Matt. Great to hear from Clayster as well. You kind of heard him say it in the interview there. I wanted to prove I still have it.
Yeah, he's got
he still has it. I don't think he ever lost
security detail now.
I know, he's up there. Squad's just backing him up.
Bodyguards.
Oh, dearie me. Congratulations to E-United. Of course, they secured the first seed for the Stage 2 playoffs. So commiserations to Splice. But they still qualify for playoffs. At least they're just going to be the #2 seed. We'll talk briefly about that series. Wasn't really too much to talk about. E-United came out and did what they needed to do. They win map #1 and instantly secure the #1 seed, Merc.
Yeah, I mean, Splice had a pretty solid start, but then E-United just that second half really turned it around. Obviously, Pristini, the Twins, and Arcades started off very slow, but those are the two. They sort of bring that fire back. Silly, though. I'm going to give him some props. He played well this entire series. He's one of the guys, we don't typically talk about him much, but he's always a consistent slayer, and that's exactly what this team needs.
Yeah, he finishes with a 1.28, but there was one key moment, Teep, which was actually kind of funny to me because we were sat watching the game together and you said, all right, I would do this, and Clay did exactly that. Of course, he uses his reactive and gets those streaks.
Oh, I loved it. As soon as you're starting to recycle your streaks, we always want these guys to pull it out and really keep that momentum going. This is the situation right here. He's not sure what's going on. Only 5 bullets to the clip. Unfortunately that he only had that many bullets in the clip, but he does get that kill and recycle, get another Trinity rocket. It's plays like that that are the difference maker, and I think a lot of players wouldn't even think about in the first place. They would just sort of haphazardly challenge that gunfight, not get that streaker, probably just save the first one.
Almost went a little wrong, as you said, with the reload, but still.
A little lucky with it.
He gets those streaks, and for United, I mean, they just came out and just blew Splyce out the water, 250 to 193. Just not the same Splyce that we've been used to seeing, I think it's fair to say. Zero did step up. I have to give credit where credit is due. Definitely played a lot better, but it just wasn't enough. Then, of course, we head over to map number 2, the Search and Destroy on Retail. It was relatively close throughout the map, Momo. At one point tied 3-3, but United again do what they do best. They carry that momentum through and they win the map 6-4.
Yeah, it really is, you know, that momentum, that clutch factor that United are bringing right now. Splyce, going into this S&D, you've got to think that mental game of, you know, right there you've just secured second and you've missed out on that first seed. But one thing I do like that Splyce did was, again, they used every single second of this weekend to good use. You know, they put it to the wire. But I will say again, United, and again, Silly, he turns up. He's putting big numbers on the board, and I think day one he was potentially one of my ones to step it up, and you know what, he did throughout the weekend, and credit.
He definitely was. I think he started off a couple of hot points, 0-7, 0-11 in there as well. I think he had a 1-4 start in a Search and Destroy. Finishes this Search and Destroy at 11-7, drops a 1.57, so definitely stepped up to the plate when United needed him the most. Zero again, a better performance in Search and Destroy, but still, Mark, when you watched that game, it didn't feel like they were all clicking.
I mean, who would have thought coming into day 3 that Splyce wasn't going to win a map? I mean, they get 3-0'd by Rise, they get 3-0'd here. Like,
that's crazy.
It's tough to think about. Something's not clicking on Splyce. I don't know if they have to go back, watch VODs, see it was working at Anaheim, Stage 1 playoffs, and maybe someone's messing something up. Maybe it's just the communication between one another. Either way, right now, they do not look like the Splyce team that we expected. They are not a top 2 team in the world.
I guess the only thing I'll say just to that point is that first loss they had versus Rise was absolutely horrible. That's not a horrible loss right there. A lot of those maps were very, very close. United was just sort of on a roll this weekend, and when Clay has some sort of vengeance, some sort of point to prove, he's proven it time and time again throughout the years that he's going to be that guy and be that difference maker. So Splyce, yes, a lot of things to work on, but on fire, rolling United is going to be really, really tough to stop in general.
I think as well, that's the kick up the butt they needed. You're not indestructible. I think, yeah, you know, you've come top 2 Anaheim, you come first at playoffs, but any team at any time can just fall off like that. We've seen so many champions this year. We've seen Rise winning. You know, today they finished last, and I think Splyce, they have a lot to work on over the next couple of weeks.
And I just think it's a huge wake-up call, and it's at a good point, right? Because you still make Stage 2 playoffs. You still have that chance. You have, what, 2 weeks now to sort of prepare for that, and then you have 3 weeks to prepare for COD Champs. So this might be the wake-up call they needed to sort of get back into that form again. Yes, it's tough right now, but they did what they needed this weekend.
I think in terms of the uplink as well, the BAMS camo, which we saw at the beginning of this highlight package, just kind of summed up Splyce's weekend a little bit. A weird premature camo, goes for a 1-point throw, doesn't even connect with the points. 3-2 towards the end, but I mean, you've got to give a lot of credit to United. Their base defense in the final 60 seconds was insane. They get 1 interception, they throw the drone, they think they've won. Little do they know, Mad Cat has overdrive. He grabs drone, he runs straight down the middle of the map. He goes for another one. United pluck it out the air, another interception. A great ending to that uplink, and of course a 3-0 result for United, which secured that #1 spot for the Stage 2 playoffs. Moving forward,